An epidemic is a widespread occurrence of infectious disease that affects disproportionately large number of individuals at the same time. Throughout history, the human race has been through many of these tumultuous episodes in which massive populations were wiped out, leaving vacant communities scattered with the smallest number of survivors. Although these epidemics continue to come and go, there's one that started thousands of years ago, yet it incessantly continues to spread and plague humans to this very day. This is a mutated disease that uniquely targets every single person from the moment they're born, leading them onto a path of worldly temporary satisfaction, which comes to an inevitably catastrophic end in the form of eternal death. This epidemic is sin. One of the ways the epidemic poisons your system is through addiction, falsely promising to satisfy your inner desires for happiness, which is something that can only be found in God. There are numerous forms of addiction striking the world we live in today, and every year the number of victims suffering from this particular aspect of the epidemic grows bigger. Looking around at people who are hopelessly caught in the bonds of addiction, or friends and loved ones who are privately struggling, you might feel horrified and appalled, but at the same time think that this will never affect or influence you. Several years ago, I was in the same position that many of you may be in right now, thinking that I would never struggle with dependence, that I would never be one of those people who others would look down upon. Despite thinking that I had my life figured out, I had a huge growing problem in the fact that I was searching for true happiness in the wrong place. My hardened heart thought that I knew everything that I needed to know, that it wasn't necessary to come to God for guidance. That's when life knocked me down like an avalanche, and I found myself in a place that I never thought I would end up in. I had become part of the epidemic that was ruthlessly grabbing onto anyone it could, and every day brought me a step further into the personal hell that I was living in. It was only by God's mercy that His grace started the arduous task of cleansing and shaping my heart and motivations, filling me with the divine power that continues with this process to this day. I'm able to be here today because God Himself reached down and rescued me from my broken and worthless state. He showed me that the true source of happiness and satisfaction was found only in Him. Where do you stand when it comes down to this vicious epidemic? Are you abiding in the presence of the only one who is able to give you immunity to the disease of sin and addiction? Jesus Christ is the only who can keep you standing firm against the epidemic that Satan so desperately wants you to succumb to.